This is the morning weather update. This is for Monday, the 25th of September. I'm James Spann. We are going to bring in the chance of a few showers across Alabama for the next several days. But again, nothing too heavy, nothing too widespread. And we think the weather trends drier by the end of this week and the weekend with no rain by then. And the tropics, always interesting this time of the year. This is the upper air look across the country early this morning. Got a pretty impressive upper low that's spinning away across Minnesota. And down below that, a little weakness in the ridge down here. We have an increase in moisture. And early this morning, about 5:15, we have a few scattered showers across the southwestern counties of the state from near Greensboro down toward Demopolis and Milry and Butler. And again, the rest of the state dry. But there'll be a few spotty showers around today, but many places will probably stay dry. Numbers all over the board this morning. We've got upper 50s and low 60s for Cullman, Anniston, Gadsden. That's where the sky is clear. 59 for Cullman. But you look at Utah and Greene County, they got 75, where the skies become mostly cloudy. And again, you can see that range across the state. Huntsville at 60, Mobile at 73. Here's the watch warning map today. Very quiet. Got a few little areas with dense fog advisories. Got a marginal risk of severe storms today through parts of South Texas and the Florida Peninsula. Tomorrow, marginal risks around St. Louis and El Paso. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, got a marginal risk over the Ohio River, including places like Cincinnati and Louisville. Here's a look at the rain for the next 7 days. And again, for Alabama, just not a lot. The heavier totals over the far southern counties of the state. This is suggesting places like Dothan, Mobile, Foley, Gulf Shores might receive 1 inch. But for the rest of the state, the amount's under 1/2 inch between now and Monday morning of next week. So in the tropics, we have one system on the board, Tropical Storm Philippe. Have a little disturbance near the Yucatan Channel in the far southern Gulf, and a disturbance in the eastern Atlantic. Let's go to the 7-day outlook. And again, that's the basic concept. First off, for the Gulf system, only a 10% chance of anything happening there. Very low chance because strong upper winds will be over that region in the next day or two, and that should prevent anything from happening there. We think the Gulf will stay quiet. In terms of the eastern Atlantic disturbance, that is Invest 91L. And confidence is high this will turn north and head out. No problem there. Now, Philippe is an interesting forecasting situation. This is the official track coming from the Hurricane Center. Top winds are 50 miles per hour. And we do note a couple of things here. First off, the Hurricane Center suggesting that this will stay under hurricane strength through Friday night and suggesting this will gain latitude. But there's a really big difference in modeling here. There is a split camp. And normally when you see this, when this thing begins to gain latitude, it heads out to sea. No threat to land. And this is the GFS model, and that's what it's saying. Yep, it's headed out. Not all, but most of the ensemble members do that. A fairly high confidence look there. And this is assuming that Philippe is a stronger system. However, if it stays weak and disorganized, look what the European does with it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a difference there. You got really just one member out of the 50 members that want to head it out. The other ones keep it moving towards the west-northwest to a point north of the Leeward Islands. So again, you got the GFS doing this with a stronger system and the European doing this with a weaker system. So obviously confidence not especially high in the ultimate track, and the Hurricane Center is kind of splitting the difference here, and we'll just kind of keep an eye on that thing. But again, we're very confident that no system should be near the Gulf, at least for the next 7 days, of any meaningful consequence, like a tropical storm or a hurricane. So model fans, here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. And again, you can see the weakness in the ridge here, and that should open the door for at least a few spotty showers, but probably not many. A lot of you will stay dry today. Highs in the 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. This is the high-res HER model, valid this evening at 6 o'clock, and it's just not bullish on anything around here. So tomorrow, same thing. Mix of sun and clouds, few spotty showers. Highs in the 80s. This is Wednesday, the GFS depicting a fairly decent coverage of showers and storms over the southern half of the state, with North Alabama remaining relatively dry. And then Thursday, we start to trend drier as the ridge begins to rebuild We'll mention a small chance of a shower Thursday, and then Friday and the weekend looking rain-free. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. So at this point, things look good for the high school and college football games. This is a week from today, Monday, the 2nd of October. What a great month. Typically, October is very refreshing, and we don't have any severe weather. The only issue typically in October would be a tropical system. But again, ridging building, and we're still dry. So let's go out 10 days. This is Wednesday of next week, October 4th. And again, there's a flat ridge on the Gulf, and again, we're looking dry. And I say this a lot here because it's true. The months of September and October can be very dry, unless a tropical system gets involved. And again, in terms of climatology, the driest month of the year in this state is October. So rain for Birmingham coming off the European model. It's not much. Now, I will point out here there's a really big spread. Some of the ensemble members want to bring in 6 inches of rain, but the mean is what you're looking for, that green line, and it's only about 1/2 inch between now and the 10th of October. And if you're looking for that first really good push of cool air for the fall season, that would get highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s. We just don't see that for the next 10 days with that upper air configuration. So highs hold in the 80s, lows hold in the 60s into much of next week. Let's look out a little farther here. This is the new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for October 2nd through October 8th, and it's the same thing. That stinking ridge just wants to stick around, and if that's the case, temperatures here would be above average. This cow wanted to be on the video this morning, and you give me a good sunset, and there's a good chance it's going to make that video. That's a good shot right there. Love it. Gulf Coast over the weekend was just outstanding. How about that sunset right there? Really nice. Up this way, things were looking awfully good. Very colorful sunset past couple of nights over the weekend with some high clouds around. And out in the Plain States, they had some pretty decent storms. That's a great shot right there. That was taken in Oklahoma Saturday evening. That is a cumulonimbus tower, CB. Whopper of a severe storm. Notice how the top spreads out. That's the anvil. Upper air winds doing that. But that's just a gorgeous look of a big old severe storm from a great distance away at sunset. And this was Dallas yesterday, Texas, where they had some hail falling. And some of the storms produced some pretty large hail over Texas and Oklahoma over the weekend. But we see nothing like that happening around here for a while. Headed over to Anniston today. It'll be a good time. We've got a busy schedule this week. Going to be at Randolph Park Elementary School in Anniston. Tomorrow going up to Lawrence County, East Lawrence Middle School up in Trinity, up in the Tennessee Valley. Wednesday going to Moundville in Hale County to see some preschoolers at Moundville United Methodist Church. Thursday going to Huntsville, the Central School for a weather program there. And then Friday, got a big homeschool group in Birmingham. And there will be a book signing Saturday. Don't have the details quite yet. As soon as the publisher gets the information, we'll pass that on. So busy week. Don't forget Weather Brains, the weekly show for weather dweebs, geeks, nerds, dorks, and weenies. That is tonight at 7 Central Time on the Weather Brains YouTube channel. It's all about modeling. This stuff we show here every day. I would say the world's top expert in computer modeling, numerical weather prediction, is Dr. Neil Jacobs. Dr. Jacobs is the former administrator of NOAA, and he's a regular on the show. He's on every week, and we're going to give him time tonight. We're going to ask him questions, and he's going to give us some answers, and it's going to be a really fun show if you're a weather dweeb. So youtube.com/weatherbrain, 7 o'clock tonight. Most people listen to the podcast. It'll be out early tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.